as we know, there's nothing more annoying for Prince Harry than being ignored. We've seen from the endless Zoom chats, the speeches, he very much likes the sound of his own voice, and I would suspect very much likes the sound of clicking cameras, despite what he says. When you think about it, he quit royal life, didn't he, because he wanted to get away from all the media intrusion, toxic social media, the endless spouting about how bad it was, but seemingly now gets very upset if, guess what, the media don't give him the attention he so craves. So this particular story really must be very irksome for him, and here's the reason why. Now, what sort of day did you have yesterday? Yes, oh, I'm glad. Oh, you managed to do that, did you? Lovely. It's all about getting up, moving around and just enjoying the world. Me? Oh, right, yes, I just met this man. You know who he is, of course you do. It's the superstar singer. That is, of course, Merrill Osmond from the Osmond Brothers. He popped into the studio for a chat. Known Merrill and the boys for many years now. In fact, Jimmy, Donny, the only person of the Osmonds that I've actually not met in the flesh is the beautiful Marie Osmond. I've done an interview with her down the line, as they say, where she's in another studio and I'm obviously in one, but never met her in the flesh. Love the Osmonds, I'm sure we all do. Do you remember One Bad Apple? Love Me for a Reason? And of course the brilliant Crazy Horses. First time I'd ever really heard that strange synthesizer sound, do you remember? And I just thought it was brilliant, Merrill's back on tour over here in the United Kingdom. Check out his website for more details if you want to go and see him. Lovely man, very down to earth, such a lot of fun. Back as ever though to your breaking royal story of the day. Apparently Prince Harry's unhappy, and it doesn't really take much, does it, to make Prince Harry unhappy? It all really stems from the fact that he thinks he's doing his bit for the world, climate change. One private jet by one private jet, as we often see. But of course, as we've told you before here on the show, Prince Harry needs to take those private jets because of the security for his family. It's not safe for him to go economy or just basic commercial. You get the picture. But now apparently he's upset because our gracious monarch, our wonderful monarch of 70 years, Queen Elizabeth II, recently gave a speech via video link to a vast meeting out at Lambeth Palace, all about the climate change and what's happening in the world, etc, etc. And in this particular speech, she cited His Royal Highness Prince Charles and of course His Royal Highness Prince William, who have both done so much to highlight this. Now, as we often say here on the show, I'm impartial to this stuff. I believe in looking at both sides of the story, making your own mind up. I do believe the world's got warmer, but then again, apparently, I found a picture recently of a bunch of people in July from the 1800s sitting on a beach in Eastbourne with a snowstorm. Can you explain that, you see? But back to Prince Harry, apparently he wasn't happy at all because he felt that he should have been recognised within that speech as a member of the royal family. It's really not dropped the bell, has it, for Prince Harry that he decided to quit. And of course our gracious monarch is referring to the people that are working on behalf of her across the United Kingdom, Northern Ireland, Scotland and Wales and the rest of the Commonwealth. So why would she include Prince Harry? He opted out. But according to a very good source out in California, this really does get him very angry, and you can imagine what goes on within the walls of that mansion, can't you? Can't be great. But of course Harry and Meghan decided to float their own boat, go down their own river, and what they're trying to do, and whether this works or not, is make sure that they do a standalone incentive so people can see that they truly are for climate change also. But the difference between Harry and Meghan and Prince William, Prince Charles and our gracious monarch is they're seemingly just doing it because they want to tell the world exactly what's happening, whereas one might suspect Harry and Meghan, and as ever we have to say allegedly, need this to keep up their dwindling profile, particularly over here in the United Kingdom. As ever, I'll love to know what you think to this particular story in the comments below. Neil Sean in the very heart of London.